think I'm going to go ahead and get started. That was so beautiful. People are texting and messaging that was so beautiful. Thank you, Trevor. Welcome, everybody, to Love Forward Talks, my Holy Land, my heart. I love that the clock ticked past. I'm in Los Angeles, so it was 11:11, 11:11. And you were at this like beautiful place, Trevor, in the music, just right at that most magical moment. So welcome to Love Forward Talks, my Holy Land, my heart. Thank you all for taking time out of your busy lives to be here for what promises to be a very beautiful event together. The intention is that you will hear something or maybe a series of somethings that will touch your heart, lift you up, inspire you, or have you see something very beautiful in your own heart that you never knew was there. I'm Bridget Fonger. 4 years ago, my book, Superhero of Love, Heal Your Broken Heart, and Then Go Save the World came out. It's a guide that helps people take away barriers to loving and being loved. Around the time that the book came out, I produced the first Love Forward Talks event in a theater here in Pasadena on 11/11. And the heart behind me, it was the backdrop. That's a photograph of the backdrop for that event. It was a super powerful event, and we heard stories like we will hear today from the heart that helped us to see ways that we might love and be loved more. Then, exactly 4 weeks ago, right about this exact time of day, I was meditating. And the week before had been the October 7th terror attack in Israel. And life had already been so intense before that, and then more of the unfathomable. So I was relieved to retreat into the world of my meditation. I had been meditating for a while when all of a sudden 5 words toppled into my brain. My holy land, my heart. They felt strung together like a sign waving behind a small plane flying across the sky, as if to lead me somewhere. But where? I had never identified with a physical Holy Land. While technically Jewish, I was not raised with any religion. But for the last 40 years, I've been a spiritual aspirant, and deep spiritual work, as all my friends can attest, has been the singular driving force in my life. I've visited many holy places around the world and have been deeply moved by them, but I've never felt connected to a particular Holy Land. I do, though, have many friends and family who do, and I've witnessed the impact on their hearts, their lives, their sense of safety that comes with the violence that their Holy Lands are enduring. But that was not my personal Holy Land story. So there was more to consider. My Holy Land, my heart. It occurred to me, this is what I do with my work, treating our hearts as Holy Lands, helping us dive into them, to take a look around, open the door, walk inside, find the keys to the closets that we locked long ago, full of memories we simply don't want to face, open windows to let fresh love and healing in, and to look at all the beautiful places forever carved out for our beloveds, beloved people, beloved places, memories, the holy lands of our hearts. I thought, well, that's a damn good place to meet for another Love Forward Talks, in the holy lands of our hearts, to come together to consider how we might better honor each other's holy lands, particularly the ones that we don't share or maybe understand, to better understand each other's hearts, and yes, to maybe love and be loved more. And so here we are, weaving our hearts and holy lands together for these 2 hours on 11/11. And I don't want to step over that date, 11/11 Veterans Day. If you are a vet, we thank you and love you for your service, and thank you for being here today. Another element of my work is a pretty strong belief that our world is a reflection of what is going on inside our individual and collective hearts. I believe that if I can be more peaceful and loving in my tiny little world, that ripples out and has an effect on my bigger world and beyond. I know that when I'm in the business of moving forward love in my life, choosing love, even when I'm having a crappy day or I've screwed up or I'm having a hard time forgiving myself or someone else, that choosing love makes a difference. And when I don't do that, well, that has a great impact as well. As the saying goes, the flapping of butterfly wings can be felt on the other side of the world. We may not be sitting in Israel or Gaza. We are individually in Los Angeles, New York, Washington, D.C., Paris. That's just where the speakers and I are located. We are where we are individually, and we are where we are here now, collectively joined in this space. And I say we can together deem this space holy, because this is the exact roster of speakers and the exact group of audience members, you, including you, that makes this the holy land that it will be for our time together. We have extraordinary speakers here today. It was not intended to be women only, but that's how it turned out, and it's a very beautiful thing. You will want to hear them all, and you will want to stay till the end, because Trevor New, my co-producer, who was just playing, and our amazing audiovisual technologist who is making this event look the way it is, has something very special for us to experience together. And he has a very special musical guest who will be joining us as well. So stay till the end. There will be no intermission. There will be no introductions between speakers. I just want the event to flow. There will be a brief audio-visual transition, though, between the speakers. You'll be hearing Trevor's music, and you'll see visual, beautiful cues between things. But there is a program. So if you are curious about the order of the speakers or curious about the speakers, please, please, please go to the chat. Find the chat in the room right now, and you will see a link to the program. And she's Stephanie Reed, my beautiful friend, is going to keep adding that link to the chat for people that may come late. So look for the link to the program in the chat. And now, before I turn you over to the wizard behind the curtain, Trevor New, who is making this event look and sound exactly the way it does, and he will be playing his music throughout, I'm going to say a little tiny prayer to send us off into our little holy land. May this event shine light upon all our hearts. May this collection of talks make us all shine a little brighter in the coming days. May these talks spark love. May our love travel from this holy land to the ones in peril. May they feel our love.